Chapter 1069 yesterday became one of the most important and most epic chapters in the One Piece series. The reason is, Vegapunk has finally revealed the big secret about the devil fruit that has been making fans curious. According to Vegapunk, devil fruit actually comes from human desires, but on the other hand, this is also the reason why they have the weakness of not being able to swim in the sea. And at the end of the chapter, we see a rematch between Rob Lucci and Luffy. Then, what interesting things appeared in One Piece Chapter 1070? In the fight against Rob Lucci, Luffy did not hesitate to immediately activate his Gear 5. This clearly made Rob Lucci surprised and overwhelmed facing Luffy. Lucci, who also managed to awaken his Devil Fruit power, seems unable to match Luffy's Gear 5 power. One thing that makes Lucci overwhelmed against Luffy is that apart from his immense strength, Luffy also shows another new ability from Gear 5. For example, he uses the new Gomu Gomu no Don Whip technique, or Gomu Gomu no Don Rocket, which made Rob Lucci immediately fall down and lose his consciousness. This seems to be another proof if Luffy continues to adapt and grow with his strength. But Luffy's Gear 5 still has weaknesses. Luffy can't use his Gear 5 form for a long time. Maybe Vegapunk will help Luffy in developing his Gear 5 power. Compared to 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐞, Vegapunk tends to be more successful in creating or imitating devil fruit abilities. We can see this from the artificial devil fruit that Momonosuke ate. Of course, this raises the question of how Vegapunk imitated the devil's fruit power. And finally, this question is answered in Chapter 1070. In Vegapunk's explanation, imitating the power of a Zoan devil fruit tends to be easy because you only need to enter the animal's DNA. This is except for the mythical Zoan devil fruit, which takes a lot of time and money. Meanwhile, to imitate the Paramecia devil fruit, the user needs a certain amount of lineage factor. Meanwhile, imitating the Logia devil fruit is the most difficult. What's also interesting is that in this chapter Vegapunk explains a little about Seraphim's condition. According to him, all Seraphim have green blood flowing within their bodies. This then becomes the reason why these cyborgs can have devil fruit powers, especially the Paramecia type devil fruit. Unfortunately, Vegapunk doesn't explain in more detail what green blood is. There is a possibility that green blood is the result of genetic engineering by Vegapunk based on the DNA of the devil fruit owner and various other things. This is what might make Seraphim able to have devil fruit power similar to the HYPEKAGE. In fact, this may also be the reason why the Seraphim are considered to be humans' most powerful weapon. After being accepted by Luffy, Vegapunk then set about his intention to join the rest of the Straw Hat crew. And as one might expect, the reactions that emerged were varied. It can be seen how Frankie and Usopp are very happy with this, while Sanji and Nami seem annoyed with this decision. However, what's interesting is that this scenario is the same as Yamato's. As you remember, Yamato also used the same pattern at Wano. She asked Luffy to take her away and Luffy agreed. She had also told the other Straw Hats that she would join. However, at the end of the arc it appears that Yamato is not joining. Will this also happen to Vegapunk? The opportunities themselves are quite big. Vegapunk built Egghead from scratch, which he would have minded to see the island destroyed. However, on the other hand, Vegapunk realized that his life would be in danger if he continued to live there. Vegapunk himself is a rational being, meaning he would obviously prefer to leave there to save his life. But there is a possibility that in this Egghead arc Vegapunk will die. There was a prediction that Egghead Island might be destroyed by the battle, and it seems that this prediction will be proven in the next chapter. The reason is, in Chapter 1070 we saw how 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐞 ordered to bring lots of fleets. Does that mean 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐞 will launch a Buster Call? Looking at the fleet deployed, it is indeed possible. 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐶 will probably level and destroy the island. On the other hand, this also seems to answer other predictions that suspect Egghead Island will become like Sabaody. We still have to wait whether 𝐋𝐢𝐜𝐶 will actually destroy Egghead Island. Little by little, Oda continues to provide explanations about various important things in the story.